And Apple is showing off its new products today at the tech company's Worldwide Developers Conference in San Francisco. Let's get right to KPIX 5 reporter Jackie Ward live at Bill Graham Civic Auditorium. Jackie?
Kenny, after a 2-hour keynote presentation, WWDC is officially underway. And as you can see behind me, thousands of developers from around the world are now getting some lunch. This year, more than 13 million developers are registered and taking part in the workshops offered this week, either in person or online. 5,000 people are here. The youngest is just 9 years old. The point of WWDC is for Apple to make sure developers are taking full advantage of what Apple's operating systems offer. First up was the Apple Watch. The Watch iOS software update will mean apps will open essentially instantaneously. It'll also be easier to change watch faces and see how you're doing at completing your day's activity rings. Apple CEO Tim Cook started off the keynote on a somber note with a few words about Orlando and a moment of silence.
We offer our deepest sympathies to everyone whose lives were touched by this violence. It was senseless, unconscionable act of terrorism and hate.
Another announcement, OS X will now be called Mac OS and will include features like picture-in-picture, and Siri will be on your desktop in case you need her assistance. So this, of course, is just the beginning of a week filled with workshops. Developers will hear from 1,000 Apple engineers to walk them through all of these changes and a lot more developments that I just ran out of time to get to. Kenny, back to you.
All right, so Jackie, a lot of these changes announced today are made with developers in mind. What do you think the general public will be excited about?
Messages is Apple's most used app on the iPhone. So for that, they've really focused on emojis. Emojis can now be 3 times bigger. You can even replace words with emojis because your text messaging will highlight certain words that correspond with certain emojis. And you can change the conversation bubbles. So Apple's hope with these changes is to make the messages a little bit more personal and add that touch to it. Kenny?
All right, Jackie, thank you so much for that update.